some monster windrows. Getting to wrap up our first cutting of hay here in North Carolina the last month. It seems like it's been very abnormally wet. We hadn't had many breaks in the weather to allow things to dry down to get anything cut. So we've actually had a spurt of a week long of dry. So we cut our last little bit of hay and getting it baled. We got the big field baled yesterday. I didn't get really video of that. Oh, I forgot. But got a little bit left to bale. Got that over there, and then some down the road. So we're gonna fill up with fuel here and get at it. Baling today is just a little, the two patches that we got a video in today, they're just where we keep cows. We take the cows off of moving to other pastures and it's grown up. It's not the best quality if you were looking for horse stuff, but the cows will eat it just fine. This field grows extremely fast. It had dairy cows on it for I don't know how many years. But we got this little patch will make a bunch. We've had one of those weeks trying to get stuff done. It seems like when it rains it pours. The hay rake's holding on by a thread. This tractor has sprung a leak in the fuel tank. I'm not sure how that one happened, but it's a slow trip. We'll address it when we get done. And the one thing about that bale kicker not working is I got to back up every time. It works intermittently. We got a lot of changes coming to the farm, a lot of good things, so we're actually, it didn't work there, so we got backed up. Anyway, we're actually going to diversify our operation a little bit and start raising sheep. We have a lot of little patches. That bale hit the fence. We have a lot of little patches that just more of a pain to rake and bale than anything. They're fenced in. They're too small to move a large amount of cows on. So anyway, I've been talking to a good friend of mine who raises sheep, and we're going to go in together on some and raise them for them because they have the market and I got the pasture, so it's going to be a pretty beneficial deal for the both of us. Make things just a little more profitable, hopefully, on that. And we're also looking at some other ideas to make income as far as with the cows, maybe looking at growing some contract cattle. I've also got another idea that I'm looking into everything is going to come out like I think. That's one thing I'm afraid of, is taking too big of a financial risk and not being able to make my money back. Work there, so I don't know. I think it's a solenoid with this bale kicker that's not working. But that's going to be a problem for another day. It is kind of cloudy today. They weren't calling for rain, but the weatherman's been very inaccurate. And if you can tell, some of you may notice that I skipped a row and I started baling one windrow in from the outside. On this, when I raked this, that outside windrow was still damp in places. So what I've done is I've just moved in one, giving that outside one time to kind of dry off. It probably still won't be dry. We'll probably set those bales outside just to be safe. Any little bit helps, I reckon. And like I said, when it rains, it pours. Now we got to fix fence. I was on flat ground, and somehow it rolled into the fence. So that just seems how like what my luck has been like lately. Is everything I do, something's always there to fight against me. The yoke on the hay rake is actually come apart, and it's hanging on by a thread. The guy that helps us, he's gonna go finish raking today, and if it'll just hold on for that last little 3 acres, I can take the time to get it fixed. But that's about the extent of things that are going on around here. Once we get this done, we won't really need rain bad. It's getting dry. The cord, they're cleaning it, looking too hot. Started tasseling out short. Beans that were planted in a previous video. It rained really good right after we planted them. You go back to the previous video that we planted them into some tilled ground, but it rained real hard and compacted it, the dirt, and I'm not sure if that had something to do with them coming up or not, but it looks like that little patch we're going to have to replant. I'm a little late replanting beans in general, so we may just go back to the brown top millet and cut it for hay. We've always had good success when we planted the millet about having a good duck hunt, so there may be a plus with that. So that bale didn't hit the fence. But it's just one of those things, you win some, you lose some. But we'll try to get a lot of spraying done after this. There'll be videos of that. Getting a lot of these weeds taken care of. And get some of that stuff under control. But once this is done, we can really focus on other things. We got some calves that need to go and sell. They could probably bank the way the prices are. There's 400 or 500 weight cattle is what's bringing the best. Even the threes are bringing just about as good as the fours. So we try to get rid of those, move some around, and try to get some odd and even things fixed up that have been neglected since we've been running hard. But anyway, those cattle prices are really good right now, so we're weighing our options on what's going to be the best thing to do. The amount of acreage that we have. Don't know how long that market will stay for. And hopefully if it holds good until August, September, we'll be in real good shape, because we'll have about another 19 that'll need to go in. $3 a pound for a steer. That adds up get these sheep too, and that looks like something that's going to be profitable. Some of these other pastures that we can look at moving them in, there's fence there, but if you look at the cost of the pasture and having to worry about it, you're better off just to tear down and redo it. Just kind of weigh our options. There's a lot of things in the works, a lot to think about. The bale kicker's working fine today. Yesterday, on that bigger field, if you look at my previous video, the short I took, it was very thick. That little patch made 62, and having to put it in reverse and back up every time will wear you out. I was beat yesterday. Little patches like this wear me out because it's so much turning. Anyway, so I'll quit yapping and let y'all see kind of what we're doing. We'll finish up this field, and then hopefully by then he'll move on to the next one and have it ready for me, and we can get this done for the day. Stop it up on the first time. Hadn't done that in a long time. I probably hadn't done that in a year. These corners I just take the long way around because it's better time to take that sharp corner. Right here, I never get really scared operating the tractor, but this hill that you're getting ready to see me get on makes me feel my toes a little bit. This part's not fun that I'm getting ready to bale, but almost out of net wrap, and I'll try to video it, putting it in. I don't think I'll be lucky enough to make it. I got the red line of death showing on the bale. It's been for the last 4 or 5. They can't have that anymore in it, but I'm just going to clean up here a little bit. This field, this lower piece right here is broken up into 2 pieces. It's a lower piece, it's really 3. But grass always grows real good in here. It's not pesky. I know it's like almost like a Kentucky bluegrass. It's a real wide leaf grass. It grows exceptionally well there. These are like the little patches I was talking about, little half acre here, an acre there, that we bale a lot of, which I won't be putting any kind of livestock on this because this isn't mine, and this is some rented ground. We've got a few patches like this on our own that we'll be putting some sheep on, hopefully. And to make this hill that I'm getting ready to go down worse, this stuff is thick. When I mean thick, it's thick. This is still a little green right here towards the edge, I think. That's the 3rd piece I was talking about. We're probably just going to bush hog it. It's way too weedy to try to bale. We'll just come back in here this week and bush hog it down. This used to be an old pasture. We really don't do too much to it, but as you can see, without us doing anything to it, this front piece, I don't know why it doesn't grow weeds back to back. But it has some hellacious windrows, and I don't know if the camera does that hill justice, but it makes me stand up. I don't know if the windrows right here are wider than the tractor. If it doesn't run out of net wrap right here, I'll be highly surprised. Yep. There it is. Let's go get the net wrap out. Well, I didn't get any video of the net wrap. Anybody that's changed the net wrap roll by themselves will understand in the colorful language that was used. And then I started back and stopped the baler up. So we're just going to leave all of that out of the video. That little piece down there I fixed up, it was wet, and whenever I went to start back, it wrapped the starter roller. It's the only thing with this baler. It's been very good because of the solenoid problem, which is small in the grand scheme of things for how many bales that are on it already. But it does not like anything damp. Wet, damp, whatever, it will wrap in a heartbeat. And they sell a kit that can go on that starter roller to help beat it off, but just hadn't invested in that. Knowing anything, probably $5,000 for a scraper. Actually, it's not near as bad as John Deere, but they're not far from it. pile up. You don't want to dump a bale right on this hill. Up this hill. I absolutely hate this. You're probably watching at home thinking I'm exaggerating here, but this hill is awful. Bales won't go on. And this hill is all but straight up and down. This little patch just look how slow I have to run. I'm a firm believer of slow and steady wins the race when it comes to stuff like this. So I have ran a tractor off, flipped it off at a pit one time, and when you do that, you see Jesus, it kind of changes your notion about getting in a hurry to do stuff. I was pushing stuff to the edge of a pit, silage pit to burn, and brakes didn't work too good and got a little too close to the edge and went off in it. Don't know how it didn't kill me. But ever since then, I've gotten a little bit of a change of attitude when I do stuff as far as doing it quick. Try this again. This right here is really too wet to be baling, but it won't ever get dry. This is a natural wet area. I think now that I got a bale started, it should take it. Baling wet stuff with one of these balers, as long as you can get that core started, it's fine. Whew. Alright, look at it. But y'all updated and keep you updated as the new business venture goes on. If anybody's got any input on the rebaling system, feel free to leave that in the comments. But anyway, that's a wrap on it.